Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm greeting this way because I know some of us, by the time we'll be watching this video, it could be a replay. Okay, so I want to say welcome to the third workshop of the Librarian, uh, the Locate My Library campaign. An initiative of the Librarian Spotlight Africa. Um, with me today, anchoring today's session is Madam Temitokwe Mabawonku. Temitokwe, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sylvester. Am I being heard?
Yeah, you're being heard loud and clear.
All
So
right,
let's
thank
just
you.
wait for one more person, our facilitator, my co-facilitator for today. That's Bukola James. We are waiting now for her. Immediately Bukola James comes online, I would let us know. Okay, I see Bukola James. Bukola James is online now, so I will introduce her shortly. But first of all, let me stop the music and recognize those of us who are here right now. If you know you just joined, you know how we do it. Just say hi in the comment section. Tell us your name and where you're watching from. It will help us know that you are with us right now. Tell us your name and where you're watching from. It will help us to know. So I'm going to say my name is Sylvester from Asabar, Delta State. Yeah. So once you do that, we'll give you a shout out, and we just want to recognize you briefly before we kick off the program. So then, secondly, what I would like for us to do now is let's share this video. Share this video with colleagues. I know today is a busy day, especially in Nigeria. Today is Saturday. Some of us might be busy at an event or with some domestic chores. But the beautiful thing is, this is a recorded session and we will continue, and hopefully you watch this anytime. So, Dr. Charis from Owerri, good morning, Doc. We're glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. Please help us tell your friends, share this video that we're kicking off immediately. Thank you so much. So, I'm just going to stop the music right now, and then we will get right into business. So, with the music stopped now, I want to welcome everyone to the Locate My Library project. And as we see on the screen, this project aims to empower libraries in Nigeria and potentially Africa to become more visible and accessible through Google Maps and Google profile listings. We kicked off this project in December last year. Yes, we kicked off this project in December with a pre-survey, phase one, and then just last month we completed phase two of the project, which saw us attending two workshops and a forum. And then we've gotten to the point now where we are going into phase three, where we are going to be looking at how to optimize our listings. So somewhere by the right here is our project timeline. We've shared this with those in our WhatsApp group. Today, just like I was saying, we started with a project launch, which the president of the Nigerian Library Association gave the keynote address at that event. And after that, we held our um, workshop series, the first and second workshop. And today we did the Locate My Library Forum, where we tracked our progress, and we're trying to attend to challenges that participants were having. And immediately after that, we are here. So, and where are we today? Today, Bukola, James, and I are going to be taking us through the process of enhancing our library's online presence, optimizing our profiles, and driving engagement. Because it's assumed that by this stage, many of us must have listed our library. We understand that some of us are having challenges doing that. We are currently providing support. Hopefully, at the end of this workshop today, if time permits, we are going to treat some of those issues. Even Bukola, I trust, will answer some of those questions. Now, having said that, let me quickly identify some of us here. I see so many other people have joined. Dodo Martins, welcome, welcome. You're watching from Lagos. Please, Martins, share this video with your colleagues, share it on your WhatsApp groups, tell them that we're live. If you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, just share the link with someone. Awulu Lawan, thank you for joining us. We're glad. All the Lagos people are here today. And glad we see Innocent. That's one person from Plateau State. The beautiful thing about this Locate My Library project is we covered all the states in Nigeria. There's at least one representation in all the states in Nigeria. So share this video to let them know that we are live. Oliva, thank you so much. Favor Adediran, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. So having said this, very quickly, I want to announce to us another good news. And what's the good news? The good news is immediately after this workshop we are having today, we are going to be having another workshop, which is co-hosted with the Nigerian Library Association Information Technology section. Now, I know some librarians, based on popular demand, this is kind of a pro bono for everyone who has participated in the Locate My Library project, because it's going to be the last workshop and it's holding next 2 months in June. So we are doing it in collaboration with the IT section of the NLA, chaired by Mr. Patrick Agu and a couple of other experts. And we want to master LinkedIn websites for professional branding and visibility, not just our libraries now. We want to look at those people who manage the libraries. So do well to register. I'm going to send the link. There's going to be a registration link for this event. So make sure you register for this event so you can participate. It's not entirely, it's actually a free package for the Locate My Library project. So having said that, I also will not talk about the certification and graduation, because now that we are coming close to this event, later during this program, Temitope will come on board to talk about how we can get our certificates. There's going to be an attendance form that will be shared today. So for all the sessions you've attended, you are going to be filling the form, and we want to start processing your certificates, because this is a structured program and we are planning ahead for the graduation for all Nigerian librarians. So thank you very much. Having said this, pardon me to show you the itinerary we have today. I've just done the overview. So the next will be Bukola James, who will give us her presentation. Immediately after she's through, we are going to take some announcements. I have to continue what I'm saying now, and Maba Okun will come back. But because Bukola has somewhere she needs to be, she will come to give her presentation. And guess what? For the first time officially, I am going to be training today. So immediately Bukola is through with her session, I'm going to be teaching. And what will I be teaching? Bukola will take optimizing library listings, and I will be taking multimedia content creation and libraries. So Bukola, you can share me your screen so that I'll prepare for you. So first of all, let's welcome Bukola. Is Buki here? Hello, Buki. Good morning, Bukola.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for being here. I know sometimes you're in Nigeria, sometimes you're in the US. Where are you today, and how is where you are today?
Okay, I'm in Nigeria, currently in Abuja, and it's
Okay,
the weekend, so
okay.
yeah.
All right, glad to have you today. We are so excited because your session promises to be very engaging. And everyone, may I inform us, when we were not seeing the idea of this project, Bukola was one of the first people I ran to, I shared the idea, this initiative with, and we brainstormed on it. She connected me with people who could help us implement this project. So I would like to use this opportunity to appreciate Bukola for the role she has played in the Locate My Library Nigeria project. So Bukola James is an indexer. She's an infopreneur, a librarian, and a global advocate for open knowledge. She's committed to digital literacy across Africa and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to welcome Bukola. Bukola, you're welcome to this program today. And so that I don't have to introduce myself later, I'll just introduce myself. I will also be delivering a session, and my session is going to be on multimedia, how we can optimize our profile with content. I'm going to be teaching content creation today. And I am a digital transformation leader, I'm a capacity builder, and I'm the coordinator of the Locate My Library project. So, having said this, I am putting up Bukola's screen so that she can take the lead from here. So let's go over to the presentations, Bukola. Over to you, Bukola.
Okay, thank you so much once again. And please let me know if you can see my screen, because
I see your screen
yeah.
loud, and I see your screen very well. It's clear, very clear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So like the host had already introduced me, today's session is focused on optimization of Google profiles and how you can enlist your libraries on Google Map and have it on Google My Business profile. And our objectives are very straightforward. I'll be making use of a case study of the National Library of Nigeria Kwara State branch to show you what I had done in 2020 up until 2022. And then would explore key features of Google Business Profile and how you can effectively make use of the Google Business Profile. And I'll show you the statistics of what the library currently has on Google Map and how this has really enhanced their visibility and promotes their services, I mean online, which also kind of generates foot traffic to the library. And finally, I want to believe that at the end of this presentation, you would have learned the practical strategies and see how you can apply it to enhance your library visibility using Google My Business and Google Map. Now, this is what the National Library of Nigeria Kwara State branch Google Map profile looks like. As you can see, they have about 7 reviews, and they kind of receive a lot of positive feedback, and that's why you see like the stars are up to 4.1. The highest it can get up to 5. And as you can see, the library is currently verified on the Google My Business profile. And there are more of this I would explain as we move as we progress through this presentation. Now, one thing I want you to know is that before I did my youth service at the National Library of Nigeria Kwara State branch, they actually had like a visibility on Google Map. However, most of their details on Google Map was not accurate because it was maybe a random Google mapper that geolocated the library, and it just kind of puts the any information that was available to him as at then. And these are some other success stories of what I had done. So beyond just creating and correcting profiles of the National Library of Nigeria, Kwara State branch, I also did a lot of updates on libraries in Kwara State, and one of them include the Kwara State Library. So before I did this update in 2021, the library itself just had the picture of the entrance on Google Map. So for someone who wants to see what each department has, like what are the contents, what services they render, there was really no information about that on their Google Map. So I had to go a step further to upload pictures. I took pictures of the different departments in that library, including the resources they had at the time. And up till this day, I keep receiving reviews and updates on how these pictures are doing and how a lot of people have been seeing them. And as you can see, this was as at some days ago, and I received this feedback that the library has about 20,000 views. So some of the sections seem to have a lot of views than the other, and that's why we need to embrace online visibility, because yes, you're in the 21st century, there's a whole lot of things happening online, so why should you be left out? So beyond just enlisting on Google Map, once you have your library location on Google Map, it provides you like a quick way of creating a Google business profile for your library. And this really help provide your users or anyone who is trying to search about your library information about what services you render, your opening and closing time, and if it's during like holidays, it also provides them with updates. So it prevents users going to the library when the library is closed, and also providing them with specific details of what library services you render and how it can be useful to them. And one interesting thing about this is that if you are the kind of person that don't like or you don't have access to like a laptop or a computer in your library, you can also download the Google Map app on your mobile phone. I think they have for both they have it on the Play Store and the Apple Store. So as you can see, they're trying to really make it very accessible to whoever might want to make use of this. Now, this is what the business profile that I had created looks like. And on the Google My Business profile, you can manage a lot of businesses and not just the library that you own. So let's say, for example, your libraries have like brand, and you have like a dedicated staff that needs to like oversee everything that has to do with managing online presence. Then you can have a single Google My Business profile, and use it to manage all of your library branches that you might have in if even if like it's located in different states. So there are different features on the Google My Business profile, and one of them is edit profile. It shows you how you can update details of your library. It also gives you opportunity to see who is giving you feedback, and it provides you with the opportunity to see how you can improve on your services based on the feedbacks that you are receiving. There's also opportunity for you to upload recent photos of what your library looks like, because I've seen situations or scenarios whereby libraries that had been renovated, let's say in 2025, still have old pictures of what the library used to look like in 2020. So that's why it's very important that librarians, the those in charge of like the administrative work of your library, should be in charge of managing your Google profile, whether on the business side of things or even on Google Map itself. And one very good thing I like about this is that it also let you see your performance. Are people really searching for you? What do you need to do to improve your online presence? And there's also opportunity for you to advertise your services. So beyond just using social media platform, and for some libraries that do not have the um, maybe they do not have budgets to host like a website for their library, then you can make use of the Google My Business to also advertise your services. And these services can cut across different things. It could be that maybe you want to run a readership promotion campaign, or you are hosting students to a particular competition, whatever services or program that you want to carry out. It could be launching. You can also advertise it using the Google My Business profile. And if you want to sell products, maybe you also have like uh, a business side of what your library does, like rendering ICT services to people, users, then it's also a good way for you to advertise your products. However, when you want to do advertising, you need to also like use, I think you have to subscribe for some credits. Yeah, so that credits would help you advertise your services to a wide audience, which Google has created that platform already. Now, if you would also like people to make bookings, maybe your library has limited space, and you have like a conference venue or a space for where people could hold events, then you can also use the bookings as this feature really help you like showcase to users, clientels, what they can book in your library. And there's also the Q&A, where anyone who comes across your profile on Google Map or on Google search and has like some questions they need clarity on, they can easily just use the Q&A and you can immediately respond to them. So all of these features are really great features that you should be using as a librarian. And yeah, so this is just like speaking more on how Google My Business profile can automate notifications for you. Let's say, for example, oh yeah, this kind of person that maybe due to the stress of work, you don't even know that 1st of May is Workers' Day, right? So Google My Business will send you an automated notification for you to update your opening and closing hour, and maybe just like automate the holidays throughout the year on your profile. So this is something that I find very useful because it's really great to remind you of, oh, there's this thing I need to do. So it's very good to like use the profile and like use it efficiently. Now, these are reviews and timely responses that I kind of spoke on in the previous slide. So with this, with your library profile on Google My Business and also having visibility on Google Map, um, users or anyone who wants to maybe find out what you are doing in your library can instantly just go on Google Map and drop a comment. Now, I've seen situations where there are libraries where a lot of people have dropped comments, feedback, but there's no responses to their feedback. So they tend to just not find your visibility on Google Map useful to them, because they have questions, you can't respond to them. So this is, I find it like an alternative to a chat bot. So for libraries who do not have like websites that you can host chatbots, or you don't even use WhatsApp, which is not really a direct way to respond to users' urgent need, especially if the person is not already a member, a registered member of your library, then this Google Map and using Google My Business would really provide you with the opportunity to like um, respond to messages instantly as they come. So this was like a feedback I got 1 year later. I think that was in 2024 or thereabouts, before I kind of like release the right to manage the NLN Quara back to like the current coordinator of that library. So because I wasn't working there, I couldn't really continue to respond to users' query. So this was one of the feedback I got, and the person was like, "Thanks for your time and swift response. It's a great privilege to make inquiries and get responded to in time." So this particular user was really surprised that she instantly sent a message and I responded immediately. So this is something that libraries should embrace. We should not, it's really not just about like rendering services only within the library. There's a whole lot of things that we need to do to attract users to our library, and this could be one of such thing. Yeah, so I don't know if we have questions before I go into like the practical to just show you all of these things I've been saying. Right? um do we have questions? I don't know if I can minimize this.
Okay, I'm not seeing any questions at the moment, but everyone, I would like for us to take advantage of this opportunity before Bukola runs away. Please ask your questions, drop your questions in the comment section, and one of our members will post a link. If you want to show your face here, you want to join us in the studio and ask a question, you can join with that link, okay, and ask your question. Thank you. Bukola, you can go ahead.
Okay, so we'll go back to what the Google My Business looks like. Now, before we come to Google My Business, where there are two ways to creating your Google My Business profile. So one of the easiest ways to do this is to just go through uh, your library geolocation on Google Map. Now, let's take for example, I don't know if we have if anybody has an example that we could practicalize while on this call, or maybe I just use the uh, NLN Quara. If there are any, okay. Okay, so using the NLN Quara, I'll go on my Google search box and go straight to the um, address on Google Map. So I'm going to click on this. It takes me to um, Google Map location of it. So you can click on direction or like any feature on that Google Map profile that displays on yeah. So what I want to do first is I wonder if like we have a library that I can search for. So now I'm on Google Map, and this is National Library of Nigeria, Kwara State branch. And immediately I search for this library. Sorry, let me just kind of save bandwidth. So immediately I search for this library on Google Map. You would discover that if you scroll down, just beneath this section that says National Library of Nigeria, Kwara State, you see that it says manage your business profile. This is because I had already claimed this profile. So that was why I think I would have loved that we use a library that nobody has claimed. So maybe I can search for another library from this list. Yeah. So let's say I click on Mustafa Kombi Library and Resource. As you can see, this is their page, but I'm trying to go to like sorry, I want this to pop up. Yeah, so this is the library, and yeah, I don't know why it's not like displaying that I should claim this business. But there are some libraries that when you click on their location on Google Map, it asks you to like claim the business. That's if it has not already, if it does not have an existing Google My Business profile, right? I think this should have. That's why it's not displaying claim this business. Now, there are so many things you can do on the Google Map profile of any library. So as you can see here, there's the overview, there's the review, there's the about, and it's always very good to like have a detailed profile, an up-to-date profile of your library on Google Map. And sometimes the opening and closing time might not be correct. So if you are not the one managing this profile, or like you're not the one that created the Google Map profile, you can as well suggest new hours, and then I think the Google Map admins would kind of review it and see and effect your suggestion. It usually take like up to a week or more, depending on maybe whatever background review they are making on your suggested edits. Now, there are, like I said, there are different things you can do. You can update the library name. So sometimes I discover that the library name that is used on Google Map may not be the name that is the library is popularly known for. So oftentimes people might not find the address on Google Map useful to them. So it's always important that you use the official name of your library to represent your library profile on Google Map. So if this is not correct, I'll say, I don't know, but this is incorrect. So I can replace it and make suggestion. And if I want to add new photos, I can also click on add photos if the ones that are there are already old photos. So there's also what they call category. Some libraries, they are being placed under wrong categories, right? There are some people that place libraries under hotels and accommodation. I've seen it before, really. And some place it under education, but I feel like you have to be very specific, right? So it's always important that you use the exact category that suits that profile, because when you use wrong category, then it's very difficult for people to find it when searching for libraries in Nigeria or searching for libraries in a particular location. Now, the location again is something that might mislead people if it's wrong, right? I've seen a situation whereby the location of a library was misrepresented, was not properly geolocated on Google Map, and that's resulted to like it keeps sending people to like the wrong location every time they want to like access that library. So I don't have much experience on how to properly geolocate, but it's always important that if you can get the actual location of your library, it would really do a lot of help for users that might want to locate your library. Now, location details beyond just adding address, you might want to like describe, help people better understand how they can easily locate your library. Give like, if possible, a detailed description of, oh, if you're coming from XYZ, you will take XY or AB to arrive at this location. And if you're coming from, let's say, WY or whatever address it is, then you might want to use this uh, um, location, right? Or use this address. Now, adding photos is also very important. Beyond just creating Google Map address for your library, you also need to add photos. Let people see your services. Let them see that the library is beyond just having shelves. Let them see the aesthetics of your library. It's very useful because a picture tells 1,000 words than writing like a text, right? Then the hours is also very important, that you're using the correct hour on your library, like your opening and closing. Because sometimes the Google mappers will just add whatever they feel like or just leave it blank. And if it's in operation, like all of these details need to be properly updated. So that's it about updating your profile on Google Map. Now, if you would like people to find your library as one of those libraries located in a particular state, then it is good to create lists and ensure that your library is being added to that list that has already been created. Now, how do you do that? I had created some lists of libraries in Kwara. I think I started the list of libraries in Nigeria, but I couldn't like complete that before I kind of changed, left the library then when I was saving. So there's list of libraries in Kwara State. And if your library is not here, what you can do is just click on edit list and try to add your library. So you can add your library by just typing in this box. So these are the libraries I've added in the past, and you can add your library. I don't know if I can recall any library now. There's Kwasu, there's, so all of these are libraries that were in my school. So not that I'm being biased, right? And there are libraries that I kind of have affiliations to. I cannot think of any library at the moment, but this is how to like add to an existing list. Now, let's say the list does not even exist. How do you then create one from scratch? What you can do is, for a library that is not already having a list, I'm just trying to go back. Hmm. I'm trying to remember if there's any. Let me just make a random search online for a library and see how we can add it to a list. Libraries in Nigeria. Okay, so let's just use this. As a Wikimedian, I like to use our resources. So let's see African Heritage Research Library and Culture Center. And I'll go on Google Map. Yeah, so this is where is it located? It's located in Oyo State. So I'll go here. Let me see if this library is, yeah. So this library is already on Google Map. And to add it to an existing list, I'll click on save and I'll go to libraries in Nigeria. And once I do this, it automatically comes in this list of libraries in Nigeria. And maybe I can drop this list in the chats. Yeah. So if anybody wants to add their library to edit, there are different links to this. I don't know how to. Can I drop a link in the chats, private chats? So if you would also like to edit this, I would invite you to edit and just say get link. Okay. So that's about adding to an existing list. You can also create a list from scratch. And how do you do that? You go to, you pick a library that you want to add to a list. Once you pick the library, you click on this save and create new list. So if you have like a particular list you want to create, you name the list and automatically this library will come within that list. So that's how you create lists for libraries on Google Map. Now you can do listing for different things, but because our main focus is libraries, that's how you create a list from scratch. So let's just quickly go back to the Google My Business, right?
Okay,
So there are
Buki,
different
thank you
ways you
so much.
can do
Excuse me,
that.
Buki.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
so far. Thank you for sharing those wonderful insights. Quickly, there are some questions that will require your attention. I don't know. Let me put them on the screen so you could see.
Okay.
Now, the
Do I
first
need to stop
question is
sharing?
no, you don't need to stop sharing your screen. Don't worry. Hello.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you don't need to stop sharing your screen. I can take that out for now. Then the first question is from Dr. Charis, and her question is on the screen. She says, in an academic library, can we use Google Map or Business to promote activities of our parent institution as well, or must it be limited to the library activities alone? That's the first question.
Okay, yeah, so just like any other library service, I do not see reason why you cannot like promote your academic library services on Google Map. And in fact, it would really be nice because students may sometimes want to access the library, and I feel like that could be like a bonus to beyond just having a library details on social media or even like on your website. You can also access us on Google Map, and these are what we are doing through the Google My Business. And maybe I can show you practically how to use Google My Business later on. But yes, do we have any other question? And I hope that responds to your question.
Yes, the other question is from Ibrahim. Uh, he says, Sir, can we use LTM to promote the ICT of the mother institution? I'm not sure what LTM means. Do you know what LTM means?
Maybe would have like a I really don't know and I can't think of right now. So what do they mean? What does
Okay.
it mean by
Or could the
LTM?
person be talking about locate my library? I don't know, LML. I'm not sure. But I think this question, if that's what the person means, is related to what you just said. Okay. The person went further to provide clarification. It's the same question. He's saying, can you use LML to this map approach to promote ICT of the mother institution? And I think the answer is
Yes,
yes.
sure. You can using Google My Business, because on Google My Business you can do a lot of things, and I'll be showing you how to do that shortly. Do we have any other question before I go to using your Google My
No, no,
Business?
no, no. That's all for
Okay.
now. That's all for
Yes.
now.
So,
Over to you.
so there are two ways to using or creating Google My Business. It's either you are using this link, which I expect the host to drop in the chat. And using this link is the URL link to Google Business Profile. So you can do that by getting started, right? Now, if your library has a Gmail, I would highly encourage and advise that you use your library Gmail and not use your personal Gmail, because this will limit the possibility of having so many people managing that Google business profile. So if your library have like an official Google account, it's highly advised that you use that, because yes, it will be open to all staff members to manage. So you might want to start by using the exact name of your library on Google Map for your business name, because yes, that's your business, it's your library. And then the category, you write library or education. I don't know what you think fits best for the business category, because library is not like a money making venture, right? But yes, once you do all of this, let me just put tests. I wouldn't be creating this because it's a test. Okay, so let's see library. Yeah, so as you can see, there are specifics of what you can even do. We have law library, public library, toy library. I'm just saying that for the first time. So there are so many things you can do. Do we have like an example of a library that we can create from scratch? If not, then I will just show you this briefly and then go to the profile that I've already created, because I have a Google business profile for NLN Quara. So this is how you get started from scratch if the library does not already have like a business profile. Now, let's say your library, or you've created a business profile for the library. I would search for National Library, Kwara State Branch. As you can see, because I used my account, my Gmail account, to create this profile, it automatically brought up your business on Google. That means this library is my business and it's on Google, and this is my account. So whenever you want to access your business on Google, make sure you are using the right email account that you use in setting up that business profile. So now let's see what my profile looks like. As you can see, this is my profile, and the business name is there, the category is there, and it says public work department, because that's the category that the National Library of Nigeria falls under. And beyond just creating like the name, the category, is always very important that you describe what you do in your library. And furthermore, like edit, if you have like a specific date of when uh the date that you opened, or we open at this address, the day the library was founded, if you have an exact year and date, please do well to update that. Now, the contact information is very important, because this is who would be representing the library when there's any queries that are coming up. Before now, my number used to be under this phone number, but recently I had to change it because I was receiving a lot of calls, like every time when they need like they want people want to like access services of the library, they keep calling me, and I'm not there at the library, so I couldn't render like the services they need. So I needed to replace this number with a contact person at the library. So you can use up to two numbers or more, but please don't make don't add a lot of numbers that would not go through when people call, and try to ensure that whatever number you're adding there is a number that is active. Now for the chat, if you have like let's say a WhatsApp, if this number is active on WhatsApp, or you have someone, a contact that they can text either through text message or WhatsApp, please do well to like add the URL to your group. Now, for some libraries, you do create like a channel. You can add the link to your channel, your WhatsApp channel, or your WhatsApp My Business URL. But if you feel like, oh no, I don't think I can be responding on WhatsApp, if text messaging will be appropriate, then please do well to add that. And once you're done, you click on save. Now, if your library has a website, please also do well to like update details of the website. If you have a social media presence, this is a good place to add it as well. So you can do that by clicking on, yes, clicking on this feature. I don't know if it's the network right now. So once you click on this feature, it's going to like pop up where you fill in the details of your social media profiles, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or what have you. Then also remember that your location has a whole lot to do with how you can generate foot traffic to your library. So ensure that the uh, address on your business on Google, or your business showing the Google geolocation of your library is correct, because if it's wrong, then you're sending people to a wrong address. Now, service areas. So all of these things are things that you can also like read about online to see um, appropriate information that you need to add to this section. I want to believe service area may be the locations that you cover, because some libraries have branches in different areas, like I said, and maybe a particular library is meant to serve only users in a particular area, or like let's say for the academic library, sometimes you have different departments also having sub libraries, like departmental libraries. So maybe you want to be more specific on the area, or the area that your service cover. Now, another important thing is like the hour. You have to be certain that the details that you're providing about the opening and closing hour for your library is also correct. If you are not open on Saturdays, do well to edit that. And if you have special hour that you make the library open to users, then you may also want to like update the information there. Now, add more hours if there are other things that you do, like hours that you create. But because it's library is not like a, it's not a restaurant, right? So maybe you might not want to select some of these things. But if you have special hour for the elderly and other stuffs like that, you can just select them. And yeah, for accessibility, this is also like a very important information to provide. If your library does not provide is not wheelchair accessible for people with disability, then please do well to um, ensure that you are making that information open to the public. And if you do have, it's also a plus to your library. That means a lot of anybody, regardless of whatever challenges or disabilities they might have, they will be able to access your library. And if you have amenities that you want to spotlight, it's also good to have that. And if your library is for children, then all of this information. If you have specifics of parking space, because some libraries, yeah, they do not have parking space, why some have, but you have to pay certain amounts. I don't know if we do that in Nigeria, but I know they do that elsewhere. And if you also have information about recycling, all of these details, the services you render, service option, please do well to update all of these details in your profile. Trying to go back. I think I have to reload this. Yeah, so that's about the contact, location, and more. Now, we can actually also go straight into other parts and pieces of the Google profile. Now, if you want to know the performance of your library over the years, or like how is your business profile doing, then you might want to look at this performance. There's the overview that shows the performance of in January, 82 users interacted with the business profile of NLN Quara. And as you can see, in December, we had 52, in February, 31, 31 March, April, 22. So the peak was in January 2025. And I'm shocked as to why it was so. Maybe something was really happening at the library on that said date. And a lot of people were searching to find out information about the library. Now, 6 calls made from your business profile. Now, in December, 3 people called to reach the library through the profile. And as you can see, in January of 2025, we had 3 and 000. Now, maybe they had tried also assessing that contact's address, or like the number, and they couldn't reach out, or it was not connecting. So issues like that might arise. Now, direction, as you can see, in December of 2024, 48 people, direction requests made from your business profile, 48 people requested or made search to locate the library through the business profile. And as you can see, in January, 78. So something must have happened within that period. And as you can see, it drops, and we have 22 for this month. And website click. Now, they had only 1 in December and only 1 in January. So if you want to see like what the library has been, the past performance over the years, all of this, I believe, could help your library also like get support and funding, because sometimes people question what the library is doing, especially because they feel like, oh, there's now mobile phones, people can access a lot of resources, information on their mobile. But when we have a point to prove that this is the reason why the library needs to remain, this is why you need to fund the library, then we can use statistics like this to showcase what we are doing in our library. Now, there's also this bar that shows you how complete your profile is doing, right? Excuse me. So that bar shows you how complete your library profile is. Okay. Yeah, so currently, as you can see, the bar is at it's still in red. It's not full. I think it's currently at 75 or thereabouts. So that means the library profile is still not fully updated. And so far, we had about 248 customers interaction. For advertisements, remember, a lot of questions were coming about advertising your services and all that. So there's what we call the Google ads. And these ads, there are different things that you can run here. If you want to get more people to call your library, or you want to pull more traffic to your library, you want to advertise what you're doing, this is a good way. And if your library kind of have like a YouTube channel, and you create a whole lot of interesting content, but people are not watching it, or like you created a picture creating to create awareness about your library, and you want to get it out to as many people as possible, Then you can select any of this option and click on next. Get more visit to your physical location. And so there are a whole lot of things, and as you can see, there's a reason why it's called Google Suits. So Google tries to like link in different products that they run, connect them together, and see how you can make good use of it. Now there are different things you can do. I don't want to go deep into this, but I would like you to like explore your profile once you've created it. So there are a whole lot of things that you can do with your Google My Business profile. So that's about running ads. So let's go to products now. The libraries also sell products and services. So for libraries that create that want to like amplify what they do, like in based on my experience in some libraries in the UK, they sell customized souvenirs with a picture of or logo of their library on it, and they also do some other stuff. And just while you're on this call, you might be wondering, like, what can you showcase about your library? What product do you sell? So you need to really understand the products that your library sell. Even if, yes, the library is not a money-making venture, you have an ICT space. Do you run like a cyber cafe space where students can come and pay certain amounts? Or do you like have a space where you host events? You might take a picture of that space, upload it here, the product's name, the category it falls in, the price, if it's a leasing that you're doing, the description, and then you publish. So this is what the product does. And services, let's say you started something new, you can add as many service as possible. A lot of people can see it on your Google My Business profile. So there are so many things you can do here. And if you would like, if you also do bookings, I can't really think of a specific right now, but if you like people to book before they come to the library, maybe you have limited space, then you can also like create a link and do your booking URL, and voila, you see people accessing your booking link. There's also the Q&A, like I said, where you can even like create FAQ questions, right? So that when people come here, you can create question, respond to them, and people can also like ask you question, and you can respond to their question. As you can see here, somebody asked this question 2 years ago, and I responded as well. So it's always, I find it useful. If you have any updates, you can as well do that as well. If there's updates to what you're doing, offers, events that you're hosting, all of this space is for you to amplify and create more visibility for your library. And that's what the Google My Business profile does. And like I said, remember to create this. You can see the business profile setting. You can add a new business profile. Your business profile, you can open it up. So I managed two profiles, right, for another business. So all it's really very easy to navigate, trust me. And for your Google Map location, you can as well add websites, do a whole lot of things, update your library information, make it up to date so that people can respond to queries, and they can pick interest in your library. You can update your library. And as you can see, the list I created as for libraries in, oops, sorry. Can you see my screen? I don't know why. Yeah, so as you can see, the list I created for libraries in Kwara State brought all libraries that in Kwara State together. So this is just one of those things that um, you can do, and I hope this provides more clarity for you on how you can interact with your profile. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it about my presentation, and I'll pass it to the host. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Bukola, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you there, Buki? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I am here.
Okay, thank you so much. This presentation, sincerely, it's, I don't know, all the presentations we've had in this program, it's beyond what we call a masterclass. And it's detailed. And the beautiful part of this is something everyone can come back to and watch at their own pace. And it's so beautiful that you were able to explore all the features, most of the features in Google Business Profile. So thank you so much, Buki. I don't know. I know while we were talking, I think we mentioned something about the benefits of this for libraries. So I don't know if you can just in 1 minute speak to that. While I anticipate any question, I'm just going to, let's assume this is my question. I just want to take questions from our participants. Please, if you have questions, ask those questions now. But Bukola, please, some librarians are still not convinced that this can help their libraries. What are your thoughts about Locate My Library project for libraries and librarians?
Well, I would say that if after you are seeing the statistics of interaction with your library on Google My Business, and you see reviews and you get feedback and you're still not convinced, then I don't think there's anything in this 21st century that can convince you to embrace online visibility, uh, and activity, and ensuring that you are doing a whole lot for your library. So it's beyond just working inside your physical library. Now you have to go a 3 steps further and prove to people that library is still relevant, and you as a librarian, you are an infopreneur. You are not just a librarian arranging books on the shelves. You have gone beyond that. You are now an OER librarian. You are like a masterminder of how you want libraries to be seen. So sorry, I might have spoken more than 1 minute, but yes, there's a whole lot of usefulness to how you can use the Google My Business. Thank
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring two people on board so that we're still going to use 1 minute to discuss this. Dr. Violet and Madam Temitokwe Mabonku, I want to ask a question since librarians online are not asking questions at the moment. However, Happiness says, nice presentation. Well done, Lady Bukola. And Ibrahim says, very great presentation. And Emmanuel says, this presentation is really insightful. So that's just in appreciation for what you've done here today. And Oliver says, it's clear, it's fluent, and well presented. And finally, I'm seeing Charis saying, while updating my library's business profile at advert page, it prompted a promo to claim $600. Bukola, come and answer them.
you. Yeah.
$600 credit.
Yeah.
So is it wise to cash in on such offer?
Yeah, so like I said, Google would also want to take like some little credits from you. I would say if your library can afford it, you can go for it. However, it's really not yeah, I would say if your library can afford it, please go for it. You can subscribe to the premium features. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
regardless, you
yeah.
don't
Thank you
need to
very
do
much.
the credits. Just make sure that your library profile is up to date and you're using your business. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the beautiful thing is the question she's even asking right now is not even that premium thing. Usually, when you are doing Google ads, let me just provide some insight on this. Google attracts you like a bonus. They are telling you now that come and advertise with us, and we will give you $600 credits for free to do adverts. So, but then they will need you to also do some investments. You can do, and you don't need to spend so much, even as small as $20. You can put $20 to publicize your library to get wider view. Okay, you can do a Google advert for 1 week. All right. So this it's actually safe for you to go ahead to claim that offer if you have some credit in your dollar accounts. Happiness also says nice presentation. The explanations are helpful. And Chari says, does it expose the library to subscribing to premium features? Of course, you would have to pay to promote your advert. So let me quickly welcome Temitope and Dr. Violet. Good morning, Ma. Are you people here?
Hi, coordinator. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good
Okay.
morning, madam, that
Temitope,
has
are
been
you here? Good
presenting.
morning. Temitope, are you here? We can't hear you. So, okay. So, Madam Violet, why I brought you on board is to help us discuss with Bukola for just 1 minute because she needs to go now. And the simple question is this: with all these benefits that we see for libraries, not just benefits for mouth, benefits with figures, data, statistics, and how it can impact on libraries in Nigeria and Africa, what could be holding Nigerian librarians back? What's holding us from actually taking step? We started this training since January. We've had series of training. Now the trainings are coming to an end, but only few libraries have taken actions. So Bukola and Violet, in one minute, I would appreciate if you speak to this. Then we'll move to the next session.
Do I go first? Okay, yeah. So
Yes.
I would say something is it could be that because librarians have not seen case studies of successful libraries that had carried out that had embraced like um initiatives like this. And another could be about like not having the tech know-how of how to like approach it. So some of these things could serve like as a kickback, and at the end we just be like, oh, this, let me just leave it. It's not for me. And also sometimes librarians, they feel like, oh, they are not digital native, they are digital migrants, so getting their hands on all of this can be so stressful. But yeah, I feel like if you see more success stories of libraries, case studies, and see how these libraries are doing, then it would really encourage other librarians. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Nice. Dr. Violet.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sylvester. Yeah, I am. Mrs. Bukola is right, very correct. I think one major reason why many librarians have not really taken advantage of something like this, from a personal perspective, is that there can be several hurdles. Imagine making a video 2 times, 3 times, and it's rejected. And the main reason why it is rejected is because it's not up to the standard of what Google wants. But we might not be patient enough to want to really take our time. And in addition to reduce tech know-how, it's really frustrating for someone who is not patient, who is not versatile with technology, to get to the point of really getting your library listed. I was frustrated when I was trying to do mine, and it just persistence. And then you really ask yourself, what do they want? You take your time and you put your mind to it, that okay, in my next video I will try to capture this and this and this, so as to meet their requirements. So it can be frustrating. I think that's why some librarians or some libraries have not yet been listed, because sometimes we lack the patience, sometimes we lack the infrastructure to really carry out the listing. Imagine all the processes that Mrs. Bukola have been listing to improve our profiles, where I personally have not done to 1/4 of what she has said. And it's going to take patience and dedication to do that. So I think librarians need to be patient, librarians need to be more committed to wanting more visibility for their library. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much. So at this point, we would like to say goodbye to Bukola. Bukola, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. We're grateful. Thank you so much. We understand that you can't stay to the end, but obviously, I believe Dr. Violet will give a great vote of thanks when the whole session is over. Once again, I want to say thank you so much, Buki.
Thank you, and it's been a great privilege to present to librarians. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye. All right. Temitope, please, you are up next for the next 2 minutes for announcements. And because immediately after your announcements, we are going to the next session, which is an intensive training on multimedia content creation for libraries. I know some of us have heard about content creation, but then how do we bring it into the library setting? I'm going to be teaching on that briefly, but we need to let's hear first from Madam Temitope. Madam Temitope, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Sylvester. Am I audible? The
Yes, we hear
network
you
has
loud
been
and clear now.
so bad. All right, thank you very much. I welcome every one of us to this Locate My Library Workshop 3. And I really enjoy this section. It has been impacting since we started the program. So shortly, I will be giving announcements, which is very, very important for the successful completion of this program. And I want us to pay rapt attention. Announcement is on our certificate. And I remember that the last workshop section that we held, we briefly informed the participants about the amount to pay, but today also want to re-emphasize, bring a more detailed information regarding the certificate. Now, for certificate and the project resources, that is from the first workshop, second workshop to the last workshop, all the resources, recorded sections, the video, and many more, and letter of recognition where applicable for the libraries that have successfully listed their libraries on Google Map and Google Business Profile. This costs 10,000 for certificates, project resources across all the sections, and recordings of all sections. So it will cost 10,000 naira, and a link for the form for certificate will be posted before we end today's section shortly, and also on WhatsApp group for the project. The link will also be posted there. So for the certificates, those that are willing, that want to have the certificate for this program, the amount 10,000 naira, and every other information about the account number to pay into, how to go about the verification of payment is embedded in the form. So once the link has been sent, you can go and then fill the form, follow the instruction and make your payment. Additionally, all payments should be made on or before October. So starting from today, which marks the third workshop for Locate My Library project, the payment start from today. So we are officially launching the form for certificates, those that have interest. At least the training has been free so far and the knowledge impacted has been free. But if at all you want to have a concrete to show for future, I want to advise that we put in for the certificate. So till October 2025, which is the proposed month for your graduation. So let us plan ahead. If we have the money, let's pay. Is once and for all. So don't let us procrastinate. And also, the Locate My Library project is noting active participants throughout the sections that we have held and the ones that we will still hold before graduation. And those participants will be awarded or recognized during the graduation ceremony virtually. So I want us to be active as we continue the program, and on subsequent training, let's endeavor to, if we miss any section, go back to the recorded section and then listen to it. The libraries that are yet to complete their task, so that they won't miss this opportunity, is a golden one. So let us ensure that we complete the project. Yes, it might be tasky, but at the end of the day, we will be happy when we achieve our aim. So I want to put stop here with the answer.
Yeah, Dr. Violet. Okay. So, let me use this opportunity to thank Temitope for the beautiful work you do in the team. Thank you also, Dr. Violet. I believe she'll come back. Dr. Violet will be giving the closing remarks after my presentation. So she will give every other remarks and announcement she has to make. So, but right now, let us get into business, and permit me to move on to share my slide now. So this is my presentation for today. And as we see on the screen today, I'm going to be speaking on the topic titled Multimedia Creation for Libraries. Multimedia content creation for libraries. So it's part of the efforts we're making to enhance the library listings that many of us have made already, and how to optimize our profiles in a way that helps us to drive engagement, and sharing with us tactics to create content that connects. Some of the ideas I'll be sharing here today, some of us who have attended some of my personal classes or other classes, you might have heard me share one of these ideas, because what I'm going to be speaking on today is an area that I am passionate about. It's an area that I'm highly skilled in, with several years of experience in doing this. And I want to share those ideas with librarians, and I hope we find them very helpful. So there are two modules we're going to be looking at. The first will be an introductory approach, and then I will go into the multimedia content creation. Then please take note, somewhere along the line, because this is a 2-hour session and we're supposed to wrap up by 12, I may not do intensive practical live, but the practical has been recorded. Okay, so let me explain this clearly. The practical sessions have been recorded. How to create all the kind of content you need in libraries, they have been recorded. So instead of me keeping you here for those sessions take up to an extra 1 hour. So immediately this live session is over, what I would recommend is, don't if you don't have anything doing after now, just go ahead and start watching those practical videos, okay? Because that will help us in this phase that we are now in. So these are the two things we're going to look at. But before I go further, I think I wrote something here which I found on the internet. I can't remember who said it. A quote that says, if content isn't king, then it's the kingdom, okay? Because some people say that content is king, some others say that it's not. So the conclusion now is that if content is not king, then it is the kingdom, it is the playground, it is everything we need to thrive in our libraries. Content creation, okay? Let's not see content creation as for only people like Pella, Very Dark Man, and all those social media entertainers. Okay, content creation, if well leveraged on, can take our libraries to the next level that we need to get to. And I want to share some ideas on that. And the learning objective is simple: to introduce us to the concept of multimedia and content creation, and then to explore practical applications of multimedia in libraries, not in any other field. I'm tailoring it to our libraries, okay? And then I'll share with you the tools that you need, platforms you need, and then I'm going to demonstrate briefly how to create engaging multimedia content. Don't forget, I said the detail of the practical has been recorded, so the link will be on this slide. And remember that only those who complete the attendance requirements will have access to all our presentation slides and resources, okay? Since the project started, we've made all the resources available for free. And however, for the slides and materials and other worksheets, those ones will be made exclusively to those who support this mission. We've been running on this mission without financial support, and your role will help to advance this project. Thank you so much. So I don't need to introduce myself. This is just for the PowerPoint's sake. And now, for those of us who already know me, you know my style is interactive. So I'm coming to the chat section. The only way that I know that you would draw more benefits than you plan to draw today is if you engage me in the chat section. So distract me once in a while with your feedback. I see Michael saying wonderful presentation. Perhaps that's for Buki. So what I would need you to do is keep sending me messages. If something is not clear, just drop it in the chat section. I'm going to be asking you some questions. Please reply me in the chat section. That will help us have a very interactive virtual. I know some of us will be expecting me to talk about social media. Today is not about social media. Our next section, which is the final workshop in June, will handle the issue of social media, LinkedIn, websites, and every other thing you need to increase visibility for your library, okay? So we're not going to be looking at social media, but we're going to be focusing on the content you will need for social media, for your website, for your library listing, or your Google business profile. So I don't know if this whole plan that I've introduced sounds good and you want me to kick off. Can you just type in the comment section, just type deal, something like this. I just type deal. Just type deal in the comment section. It will help me know that we are together. Please type deal, and please share this video. Invite many other people, because what we're about to learn is really very important. Okay, type deal, and then it helps me know that you are here with me. So now let's understand multimedia. Understanding multimedia. So the first question that comes to mind is, what, first of all, is multimedia? What, first of all, is multimedia? So please, if anybody knows what multimedia means, can you please share with me in the comment section? Please type in the comment section, what do you understand by multimedia? What is multimedia in your own terms? Thank you. I see Emmanuel. Emmanuel says deal. Mercy says deal. Good. This makes me know that we are together. So please tell me now, what in your own context, what do you think is multimedia? Multimedia. All right. While you are typing that in the comment section, let me proceed to give you some context. Multimedia simply means multiple media. Multiple media. Okay. Multimedia simply means it comes from the word multi, then media. These are terms I may not want to go in details to explain, but it means a combination of different media formats. And media, like I always say, is a tool, is a platform, it's a canvas where you draw. It's a place where you just create and tell your own story. You paint whatever you want in a manner that people can connect with. For instance, you can create a video, you are painting a story, you are drawing a story. If you are creating a graphic design, you are trying to tell a story about your library. If you are designing a flyer for World Book Day, you are trying to craft an idea, present your idea in graphical form, and all this fall under what? Media. Pardon me, I teach I'm teaching both a mixture of amateur and professionals, so I use very simple words. I hope that is also fine. Please, for those of us who are very expert, I like breaking things really down. So now that we understand multimedia, next is multimedia content. What is multimedia content? It is the specific pieces of media. Okay, so if we say Dr. Violet publishes an article, it means that is a piece of is a content, that falls under the category of media, right? We have text. We'll get to that part where I tell you the different dimensions of media. So it could be articles, it could be videos, it could be podcasts, it could be infographics. All these fall under what we call what? Multimedia content. And that's what we want to learn today. How to create what? Multimedia content using a variety of tools. Remember, I said if content isn't king, then it's the kingdom. Now, can we see another version here that says if content is king, multimedia is the kingdom, because it is the medium through which the king's message is disseminated. So this is me trying to remix what I had learned online. I can't remember who made that quote online. So, but I had to remix it to what we see right now, that in the kingdom, in the internet where we are today, if you want to thrive, you must be putting out content there. If you want to survive today as a library or as a librarian, you must consistently be giving out content. For those of us who think those who even manage to come out, for instance, I'll use myself for a case study. I know I put myself out there most of the times. I develop a lot of content. I put a lot of content out there. And surprisingly, many people say your content are so much, but what they don't know is I rarely even have the time to put content out there. So what you see is little of the things that I'm able to process, okay, to put out there. So if it's little, then imagine what others are happening that I haven't put out there. So the idea is, I usually tell people, if people don't know what you are doing cannot grow. And if what you are doing does not grow, you will soon get out of business. Librarians will soon phase out. If people don't know what you are doing, if people don't know your relevance in your library, if people don't see that you play a very important role in your library, you will soon, your vice chancellor will soon stop having interest in investing in your library. The management of your library will soon stop caring about subscribing to database, because they are like, what comes out of this database? We just pay no content on how to teach people how to use the databases and all that. These are roles that we as librarians must play. And remember, we talked about the elements of multimedia. There are graphics, there are animations. Like what we see on the screen now is an animation. It's an animated element. You can see a video, an object moving. It's an animated element. It falls under animations or videos. Also, we have audio podcast. Libraries nowadays do podcast. And then you can also have a blog. Libraries have blogs and ebooks you manage in your library. They all form parts of content. And a presentation like this also forms part of multimedia content. Please, I hope I'm not too fast. Let me come to the chat section to see what people are saying. If I'm too fast, let me know. If the way I'm going is something you're enjoying and understanding, also please let me know in the comment section so I adjust my style. So thank you so much, Michael. Michael says multimedia is a process of using different media to communicate. Thank you. I love feedback. Emmanuel says multiple media sources and forms. Okay. Thank you, everyone. All right. So having said that, let's now move into content creation. Content creation is a process of bringing ideas to reality. Now, we've talked about multimedia, we've talked about content. Now, we want to talk about the creation of content. It is simply a process of what? Bringing ideas to reality. Now, people get interested and are moved to take action only on content that appeals to them. Are we together? So, for instance, today, if Nigerian libraries or if the Nigerian libraries are saying to government, please build us a national library, and the way and manner the memos are written, the content is presented to government, if it is not something that connects or appeals to government, government will not pay attention to it, even though they know it's a good thing to do. So we have an extra role to play as librarians to create content that brings our idea to reality, content that appeals to people, content that appeals to the Gen Zs, our kind of users, content that they will see and they're like, wow, okay, because of this that I'm seeing, let me visit the library. Because I went to Google Maps and I found my library, it means my library is up to date. I've seen what they do here. I really would like to visit this library. Things like this appeals to people and draws them to whatever you do. Now take a look at this video. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear the audio of this video? Everybody, please put in the comment section if you can hear the audio. Okay, so I'll stop that video for now, and I'll explain something. What I'm hoping that we all saw that video. Now, what I wanted to draw our attention to in that video is this. If this were to be a physical event, I would tell you, look at your neighbor eyeball to eyeball and tell that neighbor, say, neighbor, content commands attention, and how many or how much of it are you creating and promoting? So I think since we're not in a physical gathering, please just type in the comment section, say content commands attention. Just type content commands attention. Now, the thing is, as librarians or as libraries, we will all agree there's one common challenge we all have. Okay, and that common challenge is this: we all want visibility, we all want to be seen, we all want to be known. Okay, it's a common need of even a little baby that is born today seeks attention. But then, what is the secret to getting attention? It is content. what you have to offer is what will endear you to people. Okay, and that's why I'm asking the question here: how much of it do you have? Because according to Les Brown, attention is the new currency, but how much of it do libraries have? Pardon me, I rephrased the word. That's not what Les Brown said exactly. I had to put libraries there. Okay, so it's not about how much money you have nowadays, it's about how much attention, how many people know you, okay, as a librarian, how many people know you as a library, how many people know the collection you have, how many people know the services you render. Okay, because once they know this, people, you would attract opportunities, you will attract patronage, you attract sponsorship and all that. Okay, so that is why content is important and we need to garner attention. The video you just watched is a video of the Librarian Challenge that we did in collaboration with the Nigerian Library Association, bringing everyone together to let people know who librarians are. Our goal was to command attention. We wanted to teach people how to spell and pronounce librarian properly. We wanted to correct the wrong impressions of librarians as stereotyped people. Okay, so that was why we did that content, and that content in so many other librarians who have posted it, it has had thousands of views in different platforms where we have posted this video, and it has gone a long way to impact on the perception and thinking of what people think our profession is all about. Imagine if we just fold our hands and we do nothing all day and we don't put out content like this out there. So the big question is, who can create content? Sincerely, you don't need to be what are their names again? I don't know why it's Very Dark Man that always comes to my mind, and Pella, and some of this. Yeah, they're the most popular right now. And so these entertainers, Tunde Etnot, you don't have to be like them to be a content creator. The fact is, anyone can create content. As a librarian, you publish papers, you are creating content. As a baker, you can create content. Fashion designers, you can create content. But today, our focus is on what? Librarians. And what kind of content are we looking at? A content creator is anyone who creates content. Remember, you can do anything. Just be confident as a librarian. Be different. Take notes and sketch. For those of you wondering, how can I be consistent? How can I know what content to create? See, it's very simple. Once I get, like what I do, I have a note in my phone where immediately inspiration or ideas comes to my head. I drop them down inside that note. I don't let them run away. So I have somewhere I call my content ideas. So every little thing that comes up in my head, I schedule it there and tell myself I have to create this content for so audience to learn about libraries, to learn about technologies, to learn about AI. So, and to make the job easy, I want to make a promise to everybody here now. And I think it's a promise that will make you share this video and invite more people to join us. The promise is this: before this video ends, I'm going to share with you a link, a place where you can, as a librarian, you can just go to that place. If you are short of ideas on what to post on your Facebook, on your Google Maps, on your Google business profile, you don't know what to create or what to talk about or what kind of content to create for your library, I'm going to be sharing a place where you will go to and you can get trendy topics and issues that you can always be feeding your social media and online platforms with. I hope you would like to learn something like that. Hang on to the end of the class and I will share that with you. So now let us look at what content can you create as a librarian. You can create book quotes. You can create author quotes also, images and snippets of author quotes. You can post all these periodically. You can say every Monday on your Facebook page or every Wednesday on your Google business profile, you will upload a picture of an author and a quote from that author's book. So imagine if you are consistent doing this. The thing is, you can never run short of ideas because you manage a library where there are books. So all you need to do is pick up a book, take an idea from that book, and drop it in a tool like Canva. I will share those templates with you, show you how to do something like that quickly today. And then consistently every Monday, you can even create up to 10 and schedule it on Facebook or any of Instagram, TikTok, any of these platforms. And you don't have to be there. Every Monday, those posts will come up by themselves. And that helps you to keep consistent with your audience and they get engaged. You can also post fact infographics. You can post information about user education. There are many people today who don't know how to use a database. You can create what we call a carousel. A carousel is like a snippet showing 5 ways to conduct a Google, 5 ways to conduct a literature review using AI. That's one graphic. The number 1, you put using Research Rabbit. The number 2. So information like this helps to enlighten your user base, and it helps them to it attracts them to your library. So that's the purpose for today's workshop. What you can do using content to attract patronage to your library. Okay, so and here I'm sharing a case study. I know I heard somebody said we're not hearing the video. Okay, so what I will do now is I'm going to pause the audio and allow this video to just play. So what you actually see on the screen now is a media creation lab at a university library. Okay, this library you see in this video playing right now, it is not, some of us may say it's not a library. What you see that lady doing now, she's in a studio. There are creative labs in libraries. Libraries today, we need to start creating multimedia centers in our libraries. Can you see students who want to record music, lecturers who want to record their lecture and create models for students to learn? Those sections can be installed in a library or established in a library. That's what multimedia application in libraries is all about. But what do we find in many of our libraries today in Nigeria? We see it's just about the e-library, the stack session. Can you see? These are people playing games. They are virtual reality. People can learn in real time and see what they are learning. So these are many things we can do when we bring multimedia into the library. And like people say, a picture is worth 1,000 words compared to reading. When users see content that are engaging, they tend to assimilate more. Now, this is where I will share very useful tips that is actually rare to find me talking about. So number 1, after today, what will you go back to your library to do? Let me explain number 1 to you. Number 1, go and create a video of a virtual tour or orientation of your library. Remember, there was a time NUC stopped the teaching of the course GST 101 or so, use of library. Opportunity to teach and information searching skills and all that during 100 level freshers orientation ceremony. Okay, so after then, students no longer have access to that information. In my library at Admiralty University, for example, on our YouTube channel, if you click on this link here now, I don't want to waste our time, but let me try to click on it. Okay, so now I just clicked on the link. Watch what we show on the screen. What we did in our library is we have posted these QR codes in several parts of the institution. So all you need to do is scan. Immediately you scan the QR code, it takes you into a virtual tour of our library. Everything about our library, right from the moment where you walk into the library. This is our library at Admiralty University. How you should sign in first, how to use the OPAC. It just tells you everything about the library. So regardless of whether you came in as a late student and you missed the orientation ceremony, when you come to our university, for example, you can watch this video. There's a TV screen in the reception area or the circulation area where this video plays repeatedly, and you can watch this video. Okay, so I'm sharing this case study with us so that we can see how creative we can be with multimedia in our library. So you can see all these were recorded and then editing using simple and free tools. So let me close this one and go to another practical. Next, after this workshop today, what can you do? The next thing you can do is you can create an instructional material or tutorials or educational videos. Take a look also at another case of Admiralty University where with the leadership of the university librarian, when ChatGPT and AI was just coming on board in the year 2022 and 23, the library stood in the gap by organizing leveraging on multimedia tools to organize a virtual conversation, okay, and engage students, expose students to the use of AI and responsible and ethical behaviors that should be associated with it. This prevented a lot of students from using these tools to their own detriment, okay, in a way that may impact them negatively. So these are ways that you can leverage on multimedia, okay, for instructional and educative materials. The next one now is for marketing and promotional content. Now, you say people do not visit your library. You say people do not register with your library. You say the vice chancellor does not see our services and we are not being heard. Why not consider using multimedia to promote your library? Like in the case of Delta State University of Science and Technology, Ozoro, my time there, this is what we did. Let me quickly share it with you. Sorry, my screen is not allowing me. It's not allowing me click on that button. Okay, I just clicked on it now. Oh my goodness. Oh, please, so sorry, please pardon me. I just distorted the arrangement of my. Please let me know if you can still see my screen because I don't know, something happened. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Remember, your engagement will help me know that I'm communicating. Oh my goodness. I'm finding it difficult to click on. I'm finding it difficult to click on that link so that I'll show you the practical. Okay. So sorry, everyone. Something keeps popping up on my screen, so it's not allowing me click. It's not allowing me click on the link to demonstrate. Let me try another method. I want to try another method. Okay, good. This will work. Good. I think this will work. I'll be using this method now. Okay, somebody said my screen is visible. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Now, I am using another case study now, which is DSUST Library on the Facebook page of DSUST Library. I think that was last year or last 2 years. The library organized a Valentine's Day program tagged Library Lovers Day. So how we didn't want to just type a message or memo and distribute on notice boards like many traditional libraries do. So what we did, we simply went to Canva and created a flyer, tagged it Library Lovers Day, and inserted our logo. To design something like this doesn't take more than 2 minutes because the template is already there. All we did was just to put our logo and the whole design was there, and then we edited the name. So, and in less than 2 minutes, a flyer like this was ready and we posted on our social media handle. So this is another way you can apply multimedia. Okay, so now let's look at the other solution. As a digital archive, libraries now preserve information leveraging on archives. And in this case, I was using a foreign library, so I'm not going to be playing that video of the foreign library. And also, if you look at libraries doing exhibitions and recreation, libraries having spaces for recreation and leisure, there's the North Texas Library in the US. As an example, we did that there. Then for virtual trainings, just like we saw in Samuel Adegboyega University online workshop. So during the COVID-19, okay? So these that you have seen on the screen are just practical ways that I have tried to express how you can apply multimedia in your library. And you will, all this, you can use your Google Maps listing. You can, the profile allows you to upload pictures. It allows you to upload all types of infographics and all that, and showcase all these things there, even videos, okay, with your YouTube channel and Facebook, etc. You can do all of all these. So I don't know if these few tips I've shared, you have grabbed any lesson. If you find it helpful, please let me know. I really love feedback. I really love feedback. So let me know if you are gaining value for your time. So next is, okay, this is just me saying that if you want to learn more on this, make sure that you fill the attendance form, and it will give you access to the practical videos, the slide where you can click to watch all those videos, okay? Everything, how to create all these things that I'm talking. Because I know some persons might say it's easier said than done, but no, it's not just that. I am not a talkative only. I know how to talk, but I talk what I can do. So we've actually demonstrated all these things, and it's possible you can achieve that for your library or your organization. So quickly, what is the next question now? I know as a librarian, and then some of you that are here now may be like this lady. I want to create content. I want to increase patronage in my library, but how do I go about it? It's not easy. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that, but I am not skilled enough. I want to do this. I want to do that. Another question, ideas. I want my library to be visible. I want my library to be on Google Map. I want people to be reaching out to us, contacting us from different places. But creating content is time consuming. These are some of the bottlenecks, reasons that librarians till date are not taking action regarding the changes they want to see in their library. But I have good news for you. Number one, for those of you who says you are short of ideas, remember, I have promised you to share you a link where you will never be short of ideas. And I will share that link with you. So you will not have any other excuse again. For those of you saying, I don't know what to post if we create an online presence, I'm going to share with you ideas. The next one is those who says, I am not skilled enough. There's no escape route for you. I'm going to teach you how to use simple free tools and to create any type of content. And I'm going to be teaching you that today. Then number three, there are people who says creating content is time consuming. I'm going to be showing you a tool that all you just need to do is use. You don't even need to be skilled. You just edit their name, put your name, and use it ethically for your own purpose. Doesn't this sound very good? Doesn't this sound very good? Okay, I see some comments now. Emmanuel says, yeah, great value added. Glad to hear you. And Omolola says, thank you. How come you are having value and nobody is sharing this video? We are still having a few members on this stream. It seems many of us are in parties right now. Okay, so thank you, everybody. So let me continue. Now, for the first question, for those of us who say creating content is time consuming, I'm giving you a tool called www.canva.com. Canva is a tool that can help you achieve many of your desires, bring all your multimedia dreams to reality, okay? And it's part of what you will learn from the practical sessions. But before we now go that, we're through with that. So this is the last part of my presentation as I'm wrapping up now. And it's on the tools and to create multimedia content for your Google Maps, for your for your Facebook and your social media platforms, etc. Number one, we're going to be first talking about the requirements that you need in your library. And then for some of us, once I show you this requirement and you see that your library does not have some of them, just know that your library has a long way to go, okay? And then next is the principles and tips, etc., before you see the practical. So one thing I want us to know is that libraries struggle without addressing the requirements for multimedia creation and management. So if you want to create multimedia, you want to do these things that you've seen in those examples and case studies I've shared with you, it's not going to be easy for you. You will struggle if you don't address some of these requirements that I'm going to mention today. Now, like I've always told those I teach, there's too much to read on the internet already. There's so much influx of information. So we need to set up inspiring and creative spaces in our libraries and get our users more engaged online. For instance, in Admiralty University of Nigeria, the university librarian, Dr. Onya, is exploring ways, what we call the Escapist Reading Center. And very soon that will come into fruition, okay? Similar to maker spaces. These are things we should start bringing into our library to make it a more friendly place and inspiring place to study. Now, let me make my screen a little bit bigger so that you see what I mean by requirements. So if I were you, this is a checklist. Just start ticking and ticking. The requirement for application of multimedia in your libraries, according to Sylvester, is what I have listed here. And from my experience, I categorized it into three. The technical infrastructure is what you need. Then you need the tools, the multimedia tools. And then lastly, you need to have the skills, which is the technical know-how. So for instance, you must first have a dedicated space in your library. You must have a digital camera. For instance, for those who can afford a camera, get a mobile phone, a smartphone. Also, you see on the screen, there's professional grade microphones, reliable internet. Anyway, all these things I mentioned here, it's actually for a stronger, deeper masterclass. Is what I use for proposals to propose to libraries who are setting up spaces. And it's really, that's why this material is actually very important. Unfortunately, we're only sharing it with those who support the work of the Locate My Library project by completing the attendance form. So we also have multimedia creation tools. I'm not going to emphasize this. CapCut, Canva, Virtual DJ, Audacity for creating audio, Photoshop for editing pictures, Filmora for videos, OBS Studio for live streaming, WordPress for blogging, etc. And then the technical know-how using platforms like Udemy, Google, webinars, and workshops like this will help you a lot. So multimedia tools, as we know, have for, but with the right creativity, libraries can actually educate, empower their communities, and boost patronage. So what I have also done is I've categorized the tools that you need into 4 GVTA. For those of us who play computer games, it's similar to GTA game, but this one there's a V in between. And for the G, I'm talking about the tools you need to create graphics for your library and photo editing. And V is for the tools you need to create videos and animation in your library. Then T is the tools you need to create articles and texts in your library. And finally, there are tools you need to produce audios, jingles, etc. for your library. These are the tools you see on the screen. And if you take a look at what's on the screen, you will notice there's one that is prevailing in all the sections. What is the name of that tool? Canva. Can I see you type Canva in the comment section? Some people have been saying that, Sylvester, you keep promoting so many products. You promote Google, you promote Canva. Actually, like I said, I always make a disclaimer. I don't work for any of these companies, but because they have made their tools easy and most part of the offers are free, it makes me leverage on them. Because libraries today, where we complain about budget, low budget, what we need are these kind of tools that can help us, whether we get budget or we get money from the university management, we can do something without getting any support. It's why I recommend these tools, and I've been teaching all these tools for many years. So you see, Canva can do any of all these things. You can use Canva to publish a website. You can use it to do anything at all. So, and I have several other trainings where I have taught people how to do that, but today is not a Canva training. So having said that, we can now finally conclude that content is everywhere. So let us start creating using Canva, which is the most popular content creation tool. Now, I will just going to do a simple practical that I usually do in all my physical sessions. The question is this. Now, I want every one of you to take a selfie. In this case, take a screenshot. Just take a screenshot of this screen. I know why. When you take this screenshot, I'd like you to post it later in the group. Let's see. Take some screenshots in these trainings and share it with us in the WhatsApp group, okay? Now, the reason why I've asked you to do this, if you were to be in a physical gathering and you are taking a selfie, you are taking a selfie with somebody, you would agree with me. When you are taking that selfie, that photograph, what comes to your mind is your face. You want to make sure that you are looking good. You want to make sure that everybody else is showing in the picture, but you focus more on yourself and to know if you look great, okay? So that's what you do when you are taking a selfie like I'm doing now. I just took a selfie. So, and what I want you to do, everybody watching this, all locate my library participants, give your phone to somebody close to you. If you are using your computer, tell somebody to snap you, okay, with your laptop, taking the picture. I will share my own picture with you later in the group. So, or you take a selfie by yourself and post it in the group. Now, you would agree with me that if somebody were to be with you in that room, you would focus more on yourself. And that's the problems many libraries face today. We focus more on ourselves instead of doing the business that we have been called to do. We are saying the library is not growing. We are saying the library is not attracting the right kind of clients. We are saying that library patronage is low. But what we do every day is when we go online, we go there and say, library is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We sell. We just sell what we do. We just say, okay, the library is this. The library has just got new arrivals. Our content strategy is so flat. It's not creative. It does not educate. It does not inform. It does not advise. It does not even entertain. All it just does is it goes straight to the point and sell what we do. Now, the generation we have today don't have time for what you are selling, what you are doing in the library. They don't care about what you do in the library. Our users don't care about what we do in the library. They don't care about how passionate we are about our job. What they care about is what is in it for them. And that's why I said, when you take that selfie and drop it in the WhatsApp group, you will see that you were caring about yourself. People care more about themselves. So whatever you do from today as a library online, with your Google Maps, with your social media platforms, make sure you are creating content that educates people. Make sure you are creating content that informs people. Whenever you are making a post, you can come and say 5 ways to read and understand. Imagine what that kind of post, what kind of engagement you will get when you make posts like that on your Facebook. People come to that page because they have a common problem. They want to read and understand. You as a library now, you are posting 5 ways they can read and understand, or 3 ways to prepare for examinations and get a grade A. Everybody that sees that caption from a library will definitely want to go to that page. You don't even need to tell the person, subscribe to my channel or follow my channel before they do. They see that they have value, that you are creating content that educates them, that informs them or advises them. And because social media is social, once in a while, you have to be smiling and you have to bring in some jokes. Okay, so I think I've said so much already today. So now let's look at no, we won't be playing this video. When you get the material, you play all this. So in summary, I'm summarizing now. The need for this training is because we want you to be able to convey complex ideas, all the things you do that seem so complex and difficult for our users to understand. We want you to present it in a way that they can understand it better, they can relate with. We want libraries to establish a strong brand identity and command attraction. We want libraries to give people reasons to engage in what we do in the library, and we want to capture their attention and make them more likely to interact with our libraries online and physically. These are reasons why whatever means. Am I still connected? Please, my network had a glitch briefly. Let me know if you can still hear me in the chat section. Let me know if you can still hear me in the chat section. So this is what I promised every one of us. If you are running short of ideas and thinking of what's, oh, somebody says volume. Okay, I hope everybody can hear me. Somebody says volume. Please confirm that you can hear me, please. I don't want to be talking and okay. So running short of ideas, this is where you need to go. Go to www.answerthepublic.com. As the name implies, you can get instant raw search insights. So as a librarian, just go there and type library. You will see what people want to know about library, how they want to, how the questions they ask about how to carry out a research, everything that surrounds library and information science, which is your niche, okay? Everything that surrounds that, once you go into this platform and type that keyword, you will see different content ideas that you can start creating. You can create it in the form of graphic, you can create it in the form of video, and people will engage with you. So this is another promise that I have fulfilled today. So having said that, there are principles and tips that you should actually apply when creating content that connects, and they are all on the screen. I'm not going to focus on this. Even graphic designing tips. For some of us, when we are doing graphics, we use multiple colors here and there. You want to create a flyer for your library, you use green, you use Times New Roman for the fonts, the heading, you use Tahoma for the another one, you use different types of fonts, you use different types of colors. There's no consistency. There are about 10 reasons or 10 tips that I've shared here with you to skyrocket your designs. So I got that from a site which I've shared there. The reference is there. So having said that, when you get this slide, you will see the things to do and not to do when you go into graphics creation. So with this, we have not come to the end, but in my usual way, I want to give homework. Okay, so and the homework that I'm using to close this session is this. Number one, you are going to watch the practical. I know some of you are saying, Sylvester, you've been talking. Demonstrate it now. Demonstrate how you can create a, what's it called, a graphic a video, because that's what I promised. I promised you to teach you how to create flyers for your library, how to create videos for your library. Anything content at all, multimedia content, is what this training is intended for. But because we have to close, right? The session has been recorded. So you can, and the links is what I want to show you now. It's on my YouTube channel. You can watch those recordings, and then you will see everything that I've talked about here today. The practical, step by step. And it's not just it's a practical with step by step, with a transcript, with a manuscript. Okay. So what is I've given the first homework. The first homework is make sure you fill the attendance form, and Maba Wonku, I think you are pasting the link, the attendance link, in the wrong place, the private chat. So I just pasted the attendance form again. So everyone, the attendance form is on the screen, and I've posted it again. So you need to fill that. That's the second assignment, because it will give you access to the materials that we've been using. We have, so far, this project, we have up to 20 something or 30 materials from the way it's going, because we've had several workshops, several slides. So there are going to be a lot of resources that you are going to be receiving alongside your certificate and commendation letters for libraries. So here's the practical. So there are 3 practical videos you will watch. The first one will teach you how to create a carousel on Canva. So as we can see, the video is playing on the screen now. You can see the video is playing on the screen, and this is me. Like I said, the practical session is not just a practical, but with step by step. It has a manuscript of a content that you want to transform into a multimedia, a video, or a graphic. Okay, so you will see me in this video actually doing the practical step by step. So that's how the practical is for this session. So so as we can see, this is the practical. I'm just trying to do a run through. I'm doing a run through. So so this is the first video you need to watch. How many minutes is it? I can't recall. The first video is about 18 minutes. It will teach you how to create a carousel on Canva. Things like steps, how you can register your students, steps to register online. You can create graphics like that and make them animated. I showed you how to do that step by step. And then you can see the homework tips is there. Then secondly is the second practical, which talks about how to create a promotional video for your library. Now, this of the DSUST library. So you can see, let me go to the end and play the video so that you see. So you see this particular video is available. You watch from beginning to scratch. You see how we edited. This is complete video editing video training. So, and it's less than 30 minutes also. You watch it, it will teach you how to edit a promotional video for your library. You don't have to spend money. It's so easy. The templates are there on Canva, okay? And then immediately you watch that video, there's a homework for you to also create your video, and you will submit it in the WhatsApp group. So we are now, that's why I needed everyone to complete their library listings. Okay, we need to complete our library listings because we now have another set of assignments that you will be submitting. These ones, you'll be submitting them in the WhatsApp group. We want to see your videos. We want to see your graphic designs you have created after this training, showcasing your libraries, posted in our WhatsApp group. Then the third practical teaches you how to create an animated flyer and a static flyer. So this is the video. You play it. Once you get the slide, you just play it, and then you also see the same thing in showing on the screen. So that's what we have here. You can see the flyer. So let me play it for you to see. So this was a flyer we created using Canva, and you can see that the flyer is animated. You can see that the flyer will have an image that is talking. Can you see? this is a flyer that we can say it's a video flyer. Okay, so this video will teach you how to create something like what you see on the screen now. Okay, so and they are all less than 30 minutes. All right, immediately after that, there's instruction for you to do your own homework, and then you will show us in the group where you have completed your assignment. So with these few points of I hope I've been able to. Oh, my network. So I was just saying, I hope I have been able to give you value for your time today. It's been over 2 hours now, and we've spent a lot of time. So once again, I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. I want to invite Dr. Violet and Madam Temitokbe to come on board. But before I hand over to them, we have now successfully come to the end of the workshop number 3, handled by Bukola and I. So, but what is next on our schedule now is workshop number 4. Sincerely, if you feel that you gain value today, wait for workshop number 4. This set of workshops we are having now, they are not child's play. This set of workshops are aimed to transform librarians, to make us very great digital people who are able to initiate, to bring about digital transformations in our library. Okay, so our next workshop, that's why we are waiting till June, because we need you to use now and next month to plan and prepare and implement all these things we have taught. So in June, we are coming in with this team that we see on the screen to turn you into a digital transformation leader, leveraging on LinkedIn, okay, and websites, okay. So these are the areas we will be focusing on, and the link for this event will be shared, because it's a pro bono for Locate My Library. It's a masterclass. It's a paid masterclass, but because you are in the Locate My Library project, it's a pro bono. We're making it free, especially this particular edition for you. So, I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing comments in the comment section that are excited. I'm not seeing people who are excited. Nobody's letting me know if that you've gotten value for your time. Please let me know if you got value for your time. Okay, so at this point, I'll hand over to Dr. Violet. Thank you, Dr. Violet, for your patience. I know we spent more than 2 hours,
Oh,
but
please, I
it was
don't know
necessary.
how we can give a round of applause to our presenter. Thank you very much, Mr. Sylvester. It has been, maybe comments are not on the comment space, but I know from the way I feel, it has been an awesome morning, an awesome Saturday morning. So my job is simple, not to waste our time. I want to give the vote of thanks. And I'll be doing that from 2 perspectives, both as a team member of the Locate My Library project and as a participant. So first, as a participant, from the participant's perspective, I want to say thank you, firstly, to the leadership of NLA, the president of the Nigerian Library Association. He has provided a platform. He has given all the support for this program, for this initiative to fly. I want to say thank you so much, sir. If you remember, he just released a set of letters a few weeks back to support and to encourage library heads and librarians to be part of this project. Without his support, we wouldn't have gotten this far. So we want to say thank you to the leadership of NLA. I want to say also thank you to those that have presented today, Mrs. Bukola and Mr. Sylvester. It has been an awesome morning, packed full. For me, as a participant, One major takeaway is this selfie illustration that you have just done. Most times we focus on ourselves. As librarians, you even focus on yourself, but what have you done to contribute to the growth of your library? What have you done? So it is a major takeaway. We are taking away doing something for the growth of our library, and on behalf of all the participants in this space, we want to say thank you for these wonderful presentations. It is sad that many people are not here, but for us that have participated, I know we have learned so much. Learning is one thing. Let us not only be hearers, but we're also going to be doers. So for the assignments that you have given, we will do our best to practice with them and make them a part of our lives and our activities in the library. Now, on the side of the team that is putting this together, I want to thank all our participants for joining us. Without you, this program would have flopped from the beginning. Without you, the dream that Sylvester had of improving visibility for libraries across Nigeria would have long hit the rock. So thank you for trusting in this awesome initiative. Thank you for following, and thank you for spending time, spending data to learn. It is one thing to want to improve yourself and improve the services that you render. So thank you on behalf of the team. We want to say thank you everyone for joining us. I will hand over at this time to Mrs. Tomitokwe for the closing announcements, and then we are looking forward to seeing you for our fourth workshop. Our fourth program is coming up. We are looking forward to having you submit your assignments and also join us in that workshop that we are planning. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you.
Over to you, Mrs. Temitokwe.
Yeah, I'm trying to check if she's here. But if she's not here,
All right.
the music is playing to
Okay.
say
If
good
she's not
to
here,
everybody.
the major announcements she had given before, let us fill the forms that have been posted both on the private chat and on this space. Fill the form to show that you have participated. Pay if you want to be certified and you want to graduate with all of us. Make payments for your certification, and then carry out your assignments. Assignments are to be submitted on the Locate My Library platform. That shows us that you are actively engaging and you are with us. So submit your assignments. Then we'll keep posting updates. The slides and the videos for this presentation will also be posted. From time to time, we'll keep giving you information as we move along. So once again, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sylvester. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon and enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone. Please share this video so that others can watch as a replay later. Okay? Come back to watch it later also. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right.